We back again. We got Junie Pooney.
Junie here.
Mark the Tech.
Hey.
Preacher Parker. And I am Javi. So, what's going on, guys?
What's up, bud?
What's up, Javier?
You know, man, glad to see you guys. Got some good energy today. I wanted to actually talk about goals today. And as people, we don't do enough of goal setting, planning, executing.
Okay.
I feel like with this day and age, we're more watchers than doers, and I even see, and we're passing that stuff on to our kids, man. Like my kids, I love them to death. I try to put behind them, but man, I don't know. It's just everyone's so comfortable that they just, man, they chilling. They're relaxing, and I don't know. I'm definitely trying to change that, but that's my own personal problems. So what about you guys? What's some goals you want to do this year? What's important to you guys?
I don't know, man. When I started up this year, I told my wife straight up I want to double my income this year. Any means
Nice.
necessary.
Awesome.
And that was always my goal this year, 2020, double my income. So that's what I've been aiming for this year right now.
Yeah, what you doing to make that happen?
Like I said, right now, starting with stocks, doing some side hustling right now, podcasting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Any move I can to try to get my name out there on that door, and just make moves and start changing the avenue and changing people's circumstances. That's my goal right now this year.
You'll definitely make that happen.
The grind.
And what about you, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing some stocks, do phone repair here at We Buy You Sell. Podcasting, we're working on that, YouTube videos, and just trying to be productive with anything I do. It's probably, one thing
For
I'm
sure.
doing.
You definitely got to get more productive at work. Sometimes
Yeah, I'm a slacker
he
guy.
be pushing. One time I walked up here, I caught this man with his head down.
Never
Yeah,
that.
man.
I ain't got time for
I
that.
ain't even know what to do. What about you, Junie? What's going on? What's the goal? It could be personal, business.
And my goals are, spending more time with my kids.
Okay.
I want to, grind on that one. I want to spend more time with my wife.
Hey,
That's the second goal. More quality time, more going out with my wife. Family time. And that's just it for now.
I got you.
beautiful thing right there.
Family
For
time.
sure, man. And for me this year, my biggest goal is to definitely be a better coach, be a better hype man, be a better leader. I feel like I'm on the grind every day. As the people that do know me, every day I'm grinding. I'm the hardest worker. I'm always on there, but I'm not building my team enough. I'm not building the teams. That's really what I gotta get better at is delegating. And same thing with my kids. I love them to death. I want to spend more quality time with them, but I need to coach them better to change of them being watchers to doers. And it's hard for me. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to choke them out the other day.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, we're working on your YouTube channel. Man, they just playing, giggling. They not writing anything down. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Kids will be kids.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And so that's what I'm working on. And every day we're trying to get a little bit better. And maybe one thing I'm gonna do to make sure this goes on is I'm actually I'm watching it. Like I'm saying, okay, this week I want to do this week. And even though it's moving slow,
Right.
I feel like every day I'm a step closer. And then that's the thing with goals is that once you start walking, it doesn't matter how long it takes. If you know where you're trying to go, you're trying to go right here. Doesn't matter how slow you go. Eventually you'll get there.
Right.
And that's one thing. Your goal has to be something that's worth it. You don't want to be another thing people do, they pick out some crazy goals that doesn't mean anything.
And they
like,
don't do it from the heart.
Yeah,
They do it from your heart.
it has to be something worth dying over,
Wow.
something worth waking up. Because man, you live once, and I know that phrase is killed so much, but
But
man,
it's true.
you only
But
get
it's
one
true.
chance at this. It's like you can't be playing with it, and you can't pick something that
Great interest.
yeah, it has to be something that man leaves some legacy behind.
Yo,
And that's what I go for is I want when I'm down, I'm done. I want to be able to say, yo, this is what I did. This is and it's scary because man, every day you grinding, you don't know if it's ever gonna be that.
ain't no promises at the end of the day.
And
Promises.
but yeah, thank God everything's good and and we definitely gotta find other people in our team to hype us up, to help us get those goals and watch our goals for us. Cause that's the thing, we don't share this with anybody, and then nothing happens because we're cool with ourselves. Next week I'll get the goal next week. No, we need to have someone behind us holding us accountable. Or saying, no, man, you said this is your goal. What happened?
Yo.
What happened? And we need to get hype about it, and we need to take life serious.
It's
Yeah,
like when
if
you
you
got an
had that
ambition,
Austin,
finish
you know.
it. When you got an ambition towards a goal,
Yeah.
towards something you want, just go
Yeah.
ahead and finish it, grind it, you know?
For sure,
You know,
man.
you don't lie about that right there, Javi. That's real talk. Having that motivator, having that person that make that phone call every now and then saying, what you doing? Are you really doing what you said you was gonna do? That's the realest
That's
thing
it,
right now.
yeah.
Because you're falling asleep on what you trying to do
Yeah.
on that mission.
Yeah, man. And I'm gonna hold everybody around me accountable, and I'm gonna make sure I'm be on everybody's ass
Yeah.
starting today.
Like glue.
Hey.
For sure. So I'm watching everybody's goals. Whoever share anything with me, I'm on them. I'm
Yeah.
on them. But anyways, besides that, what about the biggest, a huge issue is once you on the bottom, it feels like you can never get back out, man. We all been there. We man, with me, my bottom was 2011. I'll never forget. Went to jail. Caught a trafficking charge of marijuana. Back then, I don't know. It was a big deal. Now it's nothing. I was Parker versus Stated, and I was given a bad deal. Like they were I was forced to sit in there. So of course, once you sit down for a while, you'll pick any deal that comes by. And unfortunately, the judicial system is just like that. You're stuck in there, and you just being so desperate to get out, you'll sign anything. So I had to. Anyway, so getting out, I had to stay with my mom. So I'm 21 at the time. Gotta stay with my mom. I had no income. I had to give up my business. I'm just there, like a same. I can't find no job. They're not gonna hire no felon. I got 2 grown kids. I mean, not 2 grown kids. I got 2 little kids, and man, I don't even got money to take them nowhere. McDonald's, man, we were so bad. You know, them little kids. They go to the gas station. They see those character juices, and they want it. And I'm over here crying because that's literally everything I got in my pocket. And I got $5 for gas, and that gas got last till Friday. Man, it was I had to go soul searching, man. I didn't have no one to talk to. I was just struggling. I was getting in and out of depression, man. There was days I didn't even get up. And it's hard, you know. My mom's old school. She's the type, let God handle it. And it's just hard because at the time you're upset. You're like, why this happened to me? Because that's what everybody says when these things happen. In reality, it was the stuff I did. I deserved for what happened to me, and I should have seen it coming. And when you make these mistakes, the thing about life, when you make these mistakes, you get caught up. You gotta pay for it. And so that's definitely one thing we gotta urge people is not to try to avoid those mistakes as much as possible. Because man, it was life altering, man. Like I said, and then I lost my confidence in me because before this happened, I had a business, we was doing great, and I lost all that. I was timid, I was like, I was lost direction, everything, and the system I felt like was watching me, and that energy, and you feel it. You feel like, hey, they're coming after me. This is what's going on. You can't, and I couldn't catch a W. Like I literally couldn't catch a mental win, a physical win, nothing. Nobody had my back, and then nobody cared. My life fell apart in front of everybody's eyes, and everybody moved on. I'm like here, like, oh, what happened? And and I never thought it would get better, and I just kept grinding it out. I kept just trying to tell myself, man, one day's gonna get better. One day's gonna get better. And one thing I read and it got me better was I started reading Nectar of Pain, and there's a poetry book, but it's like when you read, it's like you're having this intimate conversation with these people that could kind of understand you and kind of, and it does help. That's one method. Obviously, there's so many other methods that could work, and definitely seeing my kids, it helped me get out that funk that I'm no longer there, but it's definitely trying, and your faith gets tested, and it's okay. It happens. You're gonna have your down days. You're gonna have your up days. The main thing is to keep on fighting, because I never thought I was gonna get past that, and it just came past it. Now that's a part of my life that is, I don't even think about it anymore.
It's in the past now, right?
Yeah.
Well, now, what about you, Preacher Parker?
Man, preacher. Parker, I'm preaching that junk right now. Nah, man, that's real stuff, Javi. I mean,
Oh, hold on. Let me not interrupt you one more time. I'm so sorry. One more thing happened. While all this is going on, man, I was sick. I went to go see a doctor. This doctor tried to tell me I had AIDS.
Oh.
Yo, I'll never forget.
Wow.
Yo, so I had to,
Wow.
at the time, I had to tell the wife, hey, this was going on. I had to tell, because, I was messing up. I was tricking off. And then I wasn't doing the right thing, and I'm like, damn, I'm getting sick. I'm talking blacking out in the shower, all kinds of, I'm coughing, I couldn't even drive anymore.
Wow.
This was going on, I kid you not, I swear.
That was all the grinding you were doing.
And I was doing too much the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So man, so he was telling me I gotta tell everybody what's going on, I gotta tell people. But anyways, God does miracles. And you can ask my mom about this. I went back to the doctor a month later, I was starting to feel better, and then all of a sudden he's like, no, you're good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hold up. Either this dude gave me a misdiagnosis,
Yeah,
or it could be that, it might have been, but man, I believe God came and just told me, hey,
You good. Clean.
this is a scare moment and stop playing around.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry for interrupting Preacher Parker. I just had to say that.
You
I
deserve
had
to
to.
come here with that.
Yo,
I don't care
it
what
was
nobody says.
crazy. But anyways, man, go ahead. Man.
I ain't gonna try to top that. I tell you right now. But no, that's wow. Oh, that's heavy, bro. But nah, man. Speaking about situations like that, even back in 2005, man, turning 25, kind of crazy, right? Now I got my DUI, going to the club, having a good ass time, drinking, partying, chilling with people. You know how that is. You get into your car that night, and you know what happens. You get into your car, and all of a sudden your body realizes that you drunk. Cause when I was walking fine. When I got that car behind that whip, it was a wrap.
You couldn't keep.
Oh.
It was a wrap. I was literally about a mile or two away from my house before the cop pulled me over. Got 4 cop cars came. I knew when the 4th cop came, I knew I was going to jail.
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie, I cried in the car for like maybe 5 minutes. It was emotional. Came down going to jail on my birthday. I was like, ah, damn. Then they gave me that DUI case. I had to pay 3 G's to a lawyer, all kind of BS, man. I'm telling you, that junk hit me hard at the bottom. But that was just a little bit of pain. Then get with my wife, and like I said, just working at KFC. Working like $9 an hour, and I got my own place with it. And I can't afford the bills. You know what I mean? I can't afford to do it. I'm over here trying to hustle on the side, trying to sell whatever I can sell to make some moves. Stealing. I ain't gonna lie, I was doing a whole lot of crazy junk, man. Just to be in that position, knowing I had nothing to survive with, and I'm borrowing money from family members to survive. That was the lowest blow to me. I hate to borrow money from people that's not even my own blood. That's the worst thing, because my own blood didn't even have my back. And I don't know if anybody will relate, man, but when you up or you grinding or you got your own vehicle, you do people favors. And the moment you hit that bottom, you call those same people up, and everybody like they forgot who you were. That phone don't work no more. Nobody picks up that number no more. That's the reality. And one way I needed that perspective. I needed to see that who my true friends were, man, because you have to go through something drastic to see if they really got your back. They used to say it to us back in that one company, man. Find those friends that's gonna make that phone call, that's gonna pick you up and you down. And it's hard to find that for those friends, those real loyal ass friends, man. So I was in the ugly gutter. No money, no bread, no food, nothing in the fridge, empty everything, walking to work, trying to figure out what my next move was. So I definitely been there, man. I can say for all people out there, man, just keep grinding, because you can see the changes coming. Now I'm doing much better. 2 vehicles, own place, working, provided for my wife, and I'm not even worried about the money. So
That's awesome.
that's a blessing right there.
No, for sure. A lot of times you grinding and you don't even see the light. You just grinding. But trust me, it's there. The light is definitely there. And before we pass on the mark, where were you stealing from?
My own workplace, yo.
Oh man.
My own workplace. I was taking money from the register. I ain't gonna lie.
Man.
They caught my ass.
I thought it was that
Oh,
day
we
of my
may not-
birthday party. I had to lock my door that day.
You should have had.
Yeah, I should have that day.
You didn't even open.
I thought I was missing one of my cups and stuff.
Oh,
You said
man.
DUI, right?
We might not be able to hear this. I don't want Preacher Parker to get into a situation.
That's why I preach now.
I know it, man. But hey, that's how it goes, man. That's just how it goes. What about you, Mark the Tech?
Hey.
Let's go.
I mean, I think we all have our ups and downs, and
Yours in particular.
mine's in particular, it varies. I had a couple. I remember
bottom.
one time, one of my rock bottoms was where I had to sleep in my car because I couldn't afford gas to go back home, and that little bit of gas I had, I needed to take my girl to work in the morning. So I was actually sleeping in my car at the school right by her house. And a cop actually came, knocked on the door, woke me up, and asked for my license and registration. But he let me go. He didn't really bother me. He let me do my thing, just let me rest up. I told him the story. So that was one of my rock bottoms. I got the direct deposit the next day. So as soon as the next day hit, I went and did my thing. But that was definitely one of my rock bottoms that I couldn't afford to go home. I had to, you know.
So my boy
sleep
had
in the
rock
car.
bottom for one day. That was a
No,
tough day,
no,
boy.
more than one day.
That was a
I had
tough day. My
more
boy
than-
said he got direct deposit the next day.
I was like, yo, I'm
So-
out. But,
Yeah.
you know,
blessings
wasn't
come
getting
fast,
paid
this
much.
time.
You know, living
that's-
check to check.
That's definitely one of his. And I know definitely it was tough for you before Yanni came into your life, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Boy said he was going through a stage where he's just working home.
Yeah.
And thank God that one woman fell in his life and saved him.
Yeah.
And that's so we got to thank her for that.
Yeah,
'Cause, man,
definitely.
she helped shape up a great guy, and hopefully your
A
your
great
wings
man.
you spread them out.
Appreciate that, guys. Thank
You know.
But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, you know, I look
And,
back
and,
at that.
and he said he bought the biggest ring K Jewelers had for
Oh,
her.
shoot.
Yeah,
Just so you
ballin'.
know,
Yeah.
for real.
Ballin'.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so now let's go to Junie Pooney,
Junie
man.
Pooney.
I know this is a subject he really wanted to get into, man. And this guy, he's been through so much, man. Emotionally, he's handled more than what I thought anyone could, you know. And yeah, let us know a little bit about it.
Like where you want to start? You know a little bit about my life, especially personal.
Yeah, I would say what you consider the hardest and the most.
The hardest part that I've had was
What do you
my
feel
divorce
comfortable
and my separation. Basically separating from my kids
Okay.
after, you know, being married for 11 years, having your own place, your own house, you know, especially when you try 100% in your relationship and you try to go to counseling and everything and the other person don't want to. It's just hard. It's hard when you go through that, you know, especially with the cheating and back and forth stuff. It's like playing back and forth cats and dogs, you know. It's something that nobody wants to go through, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible. Getting out of all that depression, all those tasks. I'm just gonna make it short because my story's too hard to put it out there right now, you know.
Well, we got time, man. I know that's something that a lot of people
You know, I
suffer
would love
from.
to talk about it personally because
Yeah, let's do it. That's what we're here for.
All right, you know, I went through a lot, especially with my ex-wife. A lot of cheating, especially in 2017. I went through a stab wound, right here, like you guys
If you want
can
to
see.
show us, you can see. He got a big ass scar in his stomach.
Damn, man.
Stab wound, and it was. I'll be honest. I don't have to, you know. People go through depression, people go through things, and people get out of it.
Yeah.
One thing that got me out of it, and I'll be fair, straight up, it has been God.
Yeah.
God's been first in my life. This stuff that happened here, if you want me to make the story short, it was New Year's.
Mm.
Mark was there. He came to visit me a couple minutes before he went to his house and spent time with his family. He came and went by to say, "Hey, how you doing?" He brought me some I think it was some beers. I remember the beers you got me. You remember?
I forgot.
I think it was root beer. Root
Oh,
beer,
yeah,
beer. You got me from ABC.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I remember, and me and my girl, we were going through at it because she was cheating on me with one of her ex that she never told me for 10 years that she was dating him before.
Right.
Never knew nothing about him. Never knew nothing into that day. New Year's comes, she said she was gonna spend the time with me with my neighbor in the front. I'll be in my house, I'll be chilling in my neighbor's house in the front. When I go back, walk to my girls, and stuff goes out, she start going bizarre. I say, "Hey, why you not here with me?" And out there, you say you want to be in New Year's. I caught her. She's talking to that dude on the phone. Everything went out. Everything was berserk. She went crazy, and I grabbed a knife and I went out. I got depressed, and the knife went through my stomach. I almost died. I was bleeding internally. Helicopter had to get me. They lift me out of my house in a helicopter. I passed out a couple times. And thank God I'm here. The stuff that I regret that I did, stuff that you learn, process of life. A lot of people don't like to talk about it. I'm clear and real. After all that process, after everything that I passed through that, 7 days in the hospital. She just visited me probably like twice from that time. My parents always was there for me. Mark visited me there. He was there in the hospital. Thank you, really.
Yeah, no problem.
Always been
You know,
there.
that to be-
This is my best friend right here. He always been there for me. And after I gave it a year, another year after the stab wound, to give it a try in my relationship, and I even went to counseling. I gave it everything I have, just not to give up on her and on my kids. And I gave it a year, and I told her, I sat down one day with her, and I told her how I felt, and I told her, "Hey, baby, you sure I'm the guy that you want?" do you love this? Is this what you want in your life? And she was telling me, no, I don't love you anymore. You're just a good guy, a good dad. That's it. And so I decided to stop and start messing around. And I'll be honest, I started messing around because I was confused. 11 years with my wife, and you know, kids and stuff. She doesn't want to be with me. She cheated on me multiple times. It was a back and forth thing. I cheated too. You know, that was the cause. I cheated too. But it was still a cat and dog thing.
Right.
You know, it doesn't mean you got to do the same thing to others, you know, especially when you giving it your 100% on it. After I did that, got the divorce, sold my house. It was a hell of a storm. I had to move everything out thanks to Mark and thanks to Javier.
Yep.
Javi, thank you for helping me move
Appreciate
everything out of my
that.
house.
You know that. That was
Really looking out for me, man.
Yeah.
Look, these two guys right here looked out for me into the end, even when I lost my job, my money. I didn't have nowhere to go. Javi was there to help me out, and Mark always there.
Anytime, bro.
Really appreciate you guys
Yeah,
for
man,
everything.
we
But
we
never
definitely
give
got-
up. Always keep God at first,
Sure.
and you will move on. Thank God I have my wife now. I'm engaged. Like I said in the previous episode, expecting a kid.
Yeah.
Well, please a girl, you know, if it's a boy, hey, whatever God gives me.
Exactly.
So
know,
keeping
Healthy
strong,
baby.
like you know.
And we definitely got a lot of love for you, man. And you definitely got a best friend in Mark. I remember one day, I don't know if you remember, you prank called Mark. You prank texted him,
I remember.
and he's like, oh, he's in the hospital. I came upstairs. Mark was sick. He was like, I can't work today. Mark called every hospital around asking about Junior. He's like, is he there?
I called the hospital. Where's that?
I'm going over the. Yo, I never seen no one like that because I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably a bad friend. One of my friends would have told me that. I kind of been like, oh, all right, good luck. You know, I'm sorry. I would. That's one thing I really want to work on. Is just I shelter myself so much. It's hard for me to get emotional people. I've been let down, so it's hard. Like I'm only a surface type of dude. Like deep down, I'll do whatever for people. I don't know. I don't know why I'm like that.
The issue is friends out there, they're a dollar in the pocket. There's not much like Mark. They're not people like
no,
him.
Mark
you
was
know?
loyal.
He's
Mark,
rare.
yo, Mark. The first thing he told me, he said,
Everybody,
I don't care about work. Yeah, we all family here.
Yeah.
Mark was like, man, I don't care about work. I'm leaving. I'm gonna find where this hospital's at. And yo, Mark made a navigation thing. He was ready to get up every house. Dead serious,
Compass
bro.
and everything.
Dead serious, and he'll do that for anybody, man.
Yeah.
That's a one of a kind guy, dude. And I do remember helping Junie move, and it was a rough time. I felt his energy was off, and you know, like I said, if I was the hugging type that day, I would have definitely gave Junie a hug and a kiss, tell him I love him, you know, and cause it was tough, man. This guy, we were helping him take the lawnmower out. And I don't know you remember, he crashed into the Toyota.
I was stressed out.
He
I
snapped.
get a break.
Yo, he tried to break the Toyota,
Oh.
the lawnmower, everything. He
Yeah.
said, fuck everything. I was like, oh, we did all this for nothing.
Yeah.
And then on the way back, he was dropping off. I was scared. I told Mark I'll never jump in the car with Junior again. We were doing like 120 on 27. I was
you
scared,
hold
man.
on.
I don't know. I actually,
Allegedly, we don't know if he was
We
there.
I
don't
don't
know. We
know.
don't
All
know.
I know-
I was driving good.
all I know is every time
You
I
know.
see Junior driving, I will not go in there.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, but I'm glad things changed for him. Man, he's a wonderful guy, a real guy, and that's an example that life it feels like it's not gonna end, and it's like, why can't I catch a break? Can I catch a break? Can I catch a break? And you just never do, and then you do.
It's like
it
you're choking,
changes, and
but
now
you
he
do.
has a new family, lovely wife, new baby coming. It's like, yo, you start all over, and that's amazing. Not everybody gets that, and definitely a moral of the story is sometimes you can't fix what you broke, or the people that broke you are not the answer of what you need. A lot of people think they hold on to things thinking that same thing is gonna it broke you, and it broke you for a reason, and sometimes things aren't compatible. And sometimes when things are broken and you really care about it, you want to fix it all you want, you need to let it be, because that's for somebody else to fix, either God or another human. But you just can't fix, because especially when you leak in the situation. You know, I got divorced before and it was tough. And you know, like I said, I left, you know, my daughter. I went from her living with me, seeing her every day, to like now 3-4 times a week, and it bothers me. Sometimes I cry like a baby, and I'm like, I just can't get used to it. And
That's your child, man.
I don't know, and I love her, and I feel like that's my soul child. Like my other children, I love them. I'm not saying I love one more than the other, but I feel like there's some that you like, yo, this person understands me more. Is like,
Well, it's your
Yeah.
firstborn, you know.
yeah. So it was definitely tough, but you can't always fix everything, and sometimes you gotta let things be, let them
You gotta
sit,
understand when
let
it's
it
broken,
simmer.
It's broken.
It's broken.
Yeah.
It broke for a reason, and that's not saying to just give up on everything and anything. It's just saying sometimes it just doesn't happen.
The way you want it to.
It's not meant to be the way you want it, right?
And
So,
definitely,
You can't
that's
control
definitely,
the circumstances. That's it.
Exactly.
and definitely, we have to challenge ourselves to find someone to go to that maybe could be that outside vision. Because once you're in a situation, you don't see what you're doing wrong. You've been doing it for so long. You need someone on the outside looking in, saying, "Hey, listen, man, this is not where this looks like a future crashing ground or a future." And if we do that, we'll definitely be in a better place.
That's real.
And
That's real, man. That's real, man.
so to start wrapping it up, man, just what are you guys hyped about for this upcoming week?
Upcoming week. Oh, I don't know.
For me, I hate the Patriots, but I'm super excited that Cam Newton got signed. I personally believe that this is something that's been done because how they did in the draft, you don't draft no one. I believe they've been signed him and they just told him don't say anything. I hate the Patriots anyways, but I like Cam Newton. Personally, I wish he went to the Jags, but it's all good.
So, what you thinking that Tampa's gonna do good this year? You
I
got Tom Brady, you know what I'm saying?
think so.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I always try to like. I always try to like
No
the.
comment.
No comment.
I always try to like the Bucks every year, and they didn't let me down. But now that they got Brady, it's like I can't be a bandwagon guy. So this year and from now on, I'm just sticking to the Jags.
Oh, snap. That's it. I'm just gonna switch teams like that now.
Well, the thing is, I'm not. I don't know. I ain't gonna like the Bucks.
I never know.
It's-
What if they go 16-0?
They might, and I'll be happy that they do.
That'd be wild,
But I'm
yeah.
just gonna rep the Jags from now on.
Yeah.
And so what you guys hyped about? What got you excited for next week?
Shoot, next week.
Yeah, next week I got chores.
Chores.
Yeah, I got
just
chores
goals,
next
just
week.
goals, just trying to get our
Sure, it's
podcast.
4th of July this week, right?
Oh, they say this week is supposed to be. They say
It's
next week.
July.
This
It's
week,
Saturday.
Fourth of
It's
July.
Saturday.
Yeah,
Oh.
Saturday.
No, but is it gonna feel the same, man? Due to COVID, bro.
No,
Wearing the
not
mask,
gonna
not
feel
being
the
able to go
same.
out where you want to go out, not being
Yeah.
able to drink the places you want to drink at. You know what I mean? You got all this social distancing.
Everything's
man.
gonna change now on.
It's
Yeah.
a big effect on us on
Um,
this Independence Day right now, man.
Man, I know everyone been saying this, but I've been keeping away from people for a hot minute.
Yeah.
I don't do much, which that's another thing I wanted to work on before this year ends. I want to be more social. I want to,
Okay.
work on having friends.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's gonna be a little weird, cause it feels weird. Life just feels weird, different now. I feel like we're in a time capsule.
Yo, yeah.
That is like life is like time out, but like the days keep going, but nothing's gonna happen. And I hope we get past this. It's not looking too good though.
Okay, good with the second wave coming like a
Yeah.
bird.
But good thing we're keeping strong, you know?
Yo,
No, for
starting
sure.
out
And
to the wheel.
then
Yeah.
gotta
Have
keep your
faith.
faith in these trying times, man.
Exactly.
Faith is
And I
important.
know Mark's taking the day off, so he's gonna have the whole weekend.
Yeah, we can,
I already know he's gonna take his lady out.
do it
He
like that,
cooking
dog.
for her.
Shoot. But if you guys have any, if you guys want to do any social distancing activities, we do offer jet ski rentals.
Hey,
So that's
Sure.
one thing.
See,
That's one thing
that's
that I'll be
us.
doing this weekend is for 4th of July.
We're
Where they
doing
gonna
the
be
jet
at, though? Where they
skis.
gonna be at, man? Where they gonna be at?
Lake Arbondale.
Hey.
Lake Ariana.
Lake Ariana.
In Arbondale.
My bad.
In Arbondale.
Yes,
Yeah, anytime,
correct.
just give us a call and then we can get you a good price, a good moral compass price, and
Oh, that's a blessing.
Exactly.
yeah, and Mark's actually gonna start doing shows next week. So
What?
yeah, he's gonna be doing house parties, whatever.
Hey.
it is.
What kind of shows am I doing?
DJ
Yeah,
Marky
How
Mark
about
in the
y'all too
house.
much?
I don't know about all
You
this
about to
now.
drop the tech on you?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
So
man.
so to wrap it up, man, it's we really gotta speak up as a people and start being there for people and just be more vocal. And you'd be surprised, man, how many people are willing. How many people I've met that are willing to do whatever for you. It's just if people don't know your problem, that's part of it. If they don't know what's going on, how can they help you?
That's true.
How can they help you? And then the same thing is too, don't step on your own feet. I see a lot of people go through stuff, but then their mechanics are bad, as in they're still doing those bad habits. And
Right.
sometimes you're scared. People are also scared to help other people when they see that, hey, this is a train wreck. I'm not gonna fall down trying to help this person. So then they shy away. And man, I hope if anybody ever needs help, man, I'm willing to do whatever I can for them. And that's just my one of my life's missions.
I think here, same here.
So
We're by your
yeah,
side.
we're
here to help.
definitely you know, if anybody's been to our shop, they know, hey, we're here.
Yeah, we're here to
you
help.
know, when it comes to the financing part, though, that's a little different.
Mark got that.
You know,
Nah, chill.
that's Paymaster Mark
No,
right
Yeah,
there.
Mark Tech got
That's
the
Paymaster
finances.
Mark, man.
That's not a good nickname
If you
right
need a
there.
helping hand,
That's the
we're here to
bomb.
help. You know?
For sure, and that's more important than our business.
Yeah.
And
Like, you need me to buy your phone? I'll buy it for you. What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
For sure.
We have a line.
Help you find a job so you can buy a phone.
Yeah.
and now, what about? We're wrapping it up, but what about violations? Y'all seen anything that y'all didn't like this week? My main thing was that August Alsina thing.
Yo,
Like,
that's the
I can't get over that. I feel like even if Will Smith gave you permission,
Broke the
like
code.
that was in house.
He
Like,
broke the code, bro.
it's
You
just you
snitched on
should
your
have not said nothing. It makes it weird. Now I'm like, I love Will Smith, so I feel now I can't like you.
Yeah.
I don't care how good your music is. I can't like you no more. And you know, but that's a smart brother too. When you hear him, man, he has an inner peace
Yo,
that
that's
is
a-
that
he turned
that
his
I
face
wish
to
I could
change.
achieve. The only thing when you did that, anyways. But hey, we out.
Yeah.
Check us
Nah,
tomorrow.
already know,
Moral Compass, you know it.
Woo!
Hey,
Get at your boy.
Let's get it.